It's not good enough for Spain. The best scorer the last games was Ferran Torres. He's even more efficient than him. It's you can't complain with his courage, his run, his sacrifice for the team. But once you have chances, I can understand you don't put it in the back of the net. But when it's clear like this, you have to do it. Remember on the Gaia crosses, the flair, instinct. You know, is 2 inches late. But he has to be there, you know. Those 2 inches. This is the anticipation that he has to have. Striker needs confidence, of course. But I think he has it.
He's overthinking it.
He's overthinking.
As you were
exactly.
saying.
And when I say quality, you need calm, composure, and execution. The quality of your body, the quality of the position. And sometimes he doesn't have it, and he's in doubt sometimes because he knows what happened in Juve and the reputation that he has sometimes. So. He must be, more freedom in his mind. You could say that he thinks too much. You know, that's why sometimes he misjudged the run. He's a little bit late. He put it on the bar. He put it on the side, and it's unfortunate because we like those kind of players who give everything for the team. But you need to step up the level and precision, accuracy, and he doesn't have it, unfortunately. So I hope he's going to have it a little bit more in the tournament. Morata, when he has to think, 1-2 touch like the other one, he's not good. You know, maybe sometimes he need 1 touch, not to think and hit the target, and he's better like that. And he's better in the air as well. You know, he's got some problem on the floor, but.
Player of instinct
for Spain,
like Fernando Torres and David Villa back in the day.
But it's a shame because not a shame, it's a pity because they play so well. You can see how they move the ball. They're really confident. Even Simon, remember that dribble in the box and the lack of penetration. They solved the problem in the second half. So they did everything. They just need to be more accurate.
How many goals should Spain have scored tonight?
You can't change it, of course. It's just maybe next time will be Ferran Torres. Maybe if you put Ferran Torres in those position, he would have put 1 or 2, maybe.
Really?
I think, yeah. Like in Man City against Newcastle, or what he did against Germany in November. You know, those 3 goals. He's got a little bit more composure than Morata. He doesn't overthink. And his execution as well is way better. So it's just Morata needs some confidence, but as well, you know, his character has to improve. You know, you get to be over all that reputation and sort, and because you're great creating chances, you just have to finish them. Better execution.
I know it's only a friendly, but Portugal are the defending champions. They're playing Spain, their chief rival. How would you describe their performance tonight?
You need a better connection, and he didn't have it, so it's just a brush and goes outside. But Portugal needs more. I think they're capable of doing more, playing higher, but I think for them it's sufficient sometimes, you know, just playing like that, and they can play on counter. They know they've got the technical quality just to play between the line and feed Diogo Jota and Cristiano, but that's the way they play the last 2-3 years, even though they've got plenty of quality. Sometimes I remember about Croatia, when they put 4 offensive players, they're capable of doing great things. But they have some problem because Bruno Fernandes and Joao Felix, for example, they don't have the same level in the selection. Cristiano is waiting to feed. So there's not much quality sometimes going forward.
You make the argument whether Portugal are probably over-reliant on Cristiano Ronaldo. But when you look at that group, I mean, Germany, France, Hungary, it's difficult to say where they're going to go judged on this performance tonight. But would you still class them as runners-up to France in the group still, or Germany?
The thing is, we were talking about that, that there is 4 places, the best third. So this is a good thing. If it was only 2 going straight, wow, I think it will be between them and Germany. But you've seen, they need Ruben Diaz. Because those 2, if they play together, the coaches, they know exactly where to hurt them. Once you find a little bit of freedom, you can turn and then accelerate, just hit the channel, hit the runs behind them. Pepe and Fonte, and you will find the spaces. And that's why they were on the edge all the time, because they don't have the pace that they get when they were in Southampton or Real Madrid for Pepe and Fonte. So they're in trouble. So they really need Ruben Dias.
Well, we all know what happened to Portugal when they finished third in the group stage. They went on to win the thing in France, didn't they? But as we were saying earlier, they have a far superior team than what they had at the Euros last time around.
Yes, but sometimes it's strange. But you've got many talents, but it's the way you can associate them, the way you can connect them. That's why I was telling you that that's a bit of dilemma for the coach to put them all together. Sometimes defensively you don't have the same balance. They have the same IQ, you know, football. I mean, but you could see tonight Renato Sanchez on the right, so it's more defensive approach. You know, it's more counter-attack. But we'll see how he's gonna organize his team. He's got plenty of depth on the bench. That's good. You could see the players of Sporting. You know, all Palinha and Gonçalves, you know, they win the title. They're really good, but they're quite young. But once you got Diogo Jota, Silva, and all the other, they've got plenty of quality. Just how to fit Cristiano, how to be more efficient in the middle of the park.
Yeah, I was wondering whether the message is getting across, because Fernando Santos has been there for a long time. He's one of the longest international managers at one nation. Sometimes the message doesn't quite get there. Is that what you're feeling at the moment?
The message on the pitch.
Yes, on the pitch.
Yes, he didn't have the fluency that he wanted. That free flowing. That's why I say to you, it's not about picking up the talent and putting them on the pitch. Sometimes it doesn't work like that. You can see with France as well. They could put Dembele, Coman, or Benzema and Griezmann and Mbappe, but it doesn't work like this. You know, they have to put Kante, Pogba, Rabiot, because they need security. At some point, the balance is not there, and I can feel that as well in Portugal. Bruno Fernandes, Joao Felix, I told you, they need to rise the level, and they don't have the same influence in the game that they have in Man City or Joao when he plays well for Atletico. So it's just to organize all that, but they didn't find the same fluency as Spain, as you said. They're more a counter-attack team, more solid, and we play on Ronaldo and Diogo Jota when he's there and his efficiency.
You mentioned Germany, perhaps going as runners-up in the group. How far away are they from France? That level?
Portugal are quite solid when Ruben Dias is there. So they're not on the same level going forward. The individuality, I think they are here. But the fact is, Portugal, when the game is on, tournament is there, they defend really, really well. I think they've got a Portugal-France recently. I don't remember. It was only 1-0 for France. I think Kante scored. So they're always on the edge. They don't produce that much compared with the quality that they have individual. But they will still be there with Ruben Dias and the other because they're quite solid. If they want, they could put William Carvalho and Danilo, Moutinho in the middle of the park, so they can be quite solid. That's the style they have. They would like to play better, but sometimes it's quite sufficient.
Yeah. Let's have a look at that group F, the group of death, as we shall call it tonight. I mean, from a French point of view, it would be unthinkable not to progress from this group, or a disaster even if you weren't to win the group.
A disaster, almost a disaster, yeah, of course. Because this is not the Germany that can dominate everything. Not because of the midfield or the strikers, because of what they got behind. They're always fragile. They're always vulnerable. You know, when you enter the last set of Germany, everybody's shaking over there, and that's quite understandable because the lack of leadership. We'll see if Hummels can add something. So yeah, it's not the Germany that we knew. That you know, when you took 6-0 against Spain, you lose against North Macedonia. There's something who's wrong. They put the effort going forward, but they're a bit disjointed when they have to defend on transition, and that's where the problem is, unfortunately.
That's what I was saying to you earlier about whether coaches are getting the message across. Joachim Löw's been there. He was deputy to Jürgen Klinsmann in 2006. He's First competition was in 2008. That message is not getting there. But have they lost the belief? Arsene Wenger says they've lost the belief. Would you agree with that?
The belief of winning?
Of winning, of playing?
Yes. Yeah. Because you know that besides this player, they win you games. But this is defense, win you titles. And they know the foundation is quite shaky at the moment.
But they know he's leaving as well. I mean, he's Hansi Flick's coming in after the Euro.
Yes, of course. So because as a team they don't defend well, because individually, as I was saying, there's no leadership, especially in the middle. Sulo is playing it for Bayern, Rudiger for Chelsea, but they don't get quite along. Close to man as well. So it's quite shaky and disjointed at the back. So that's why. Lowe knows exactly that you have to have a good defense or a good way to defend just to go far, and they're quite vulnerable. That's simple as that.
And Havertz as well. I mean, is he coming of age? Is this his chance? Is this his European Championship?
It's the way they will associate them. They're still. Gnabry and Sané, they're quite clients over there. Müller came back, so that's why I say to you, going forward, I don't think there is any problem. Individually and collectively, they've got plenty of quality. Maybe they don't have a proper number 9, even though Gnabry can score. So there is a lot of competition for Havertz. Müller coming back, but even in the midfield, you see Gundogan, Kroos, you've got Goretzka, you've got... I forget another one, so it's good for the team, obviously, to have a depth on the bench and going forward. But defensively, they have to improve a lot, and it's not overnight. The last 2 years have been really a bad follower.
Yeah. Well, tonight as well in action, Italy, of course, who kick-start the European Championships